Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all already know what it is. Back in the building for another one. You know, we back in the building for another one. As you come in the building, make sure that you smash on my like button and let me know that you're in the comments. You know, hop in the comment section. Yeah, Mr. There you go talking that boxing again. And we're going to have another great show for you today. You know, like we always do. So once again, when you come in the building, make sure that you smash on the like and make sure that you jump in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot to discuss. So yeah, Mr. Paz, what's happening with it? Salute to you. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a show. It's gonna be another hell of a show. Salute to you, Mr. Paz. Marcus Hayes, what's happening with it? Salute. I don't know. We're gonna get into that, and we're gonna look into all of that, Mr. Paz. The assassin _ DLJ, what's happening with it? Salute. Edgar Robles, what's happening with it? I appreciate that. Terry Slim, what's popping with it? The LJ fighter, what's happening with it? What's good? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's get in here. Let's talk about it. We went for 4 hours yesterday. I tell y'all, this will not be no 4-hour show today, but we're going to have a great show nonetheless. You know? But yeah, let's cook on it. Let's talk about everything that's going down. Crush the Legend, what's happening with it? Salute. Cassandra Mason in the building. She came early today. What's happening with it? Cassandra the Queen. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. So it's a lot to talk about. You know, we got a lot going on. Go over to my info right here. Cali 5, what's happening with it? Salute. So it's a lot going on in boxing. First thing I want to let y'all know about that y'all might not know about. I was reading an article and it says Demetrius Andrade and Janabek, right? Janabek, they scheduled for a purse bid coming up soon, right? And you know, it's been rumors going around that. And Janabek is the guy. Who did he last fight? Let me pull it up. He's a problem. Janabek is a problem. I can't say his last name, so I'm not gonna butcher the man's name and act like it, pretend like I can pronounce it right. So we just gonna say his first name. But let me get y'all. Hold on. Let me give y'all this information real quick. Real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up Janabek's resume. He don't have a lot of fights. I think he only got less than 10 fights, but the dude, he got 11 fights, my bad. So he's 11-0 with 7 KOs. And he just knocked out Endom. And before, he beat Robert Brandt. You know what I'm saying? He beat Robert Brandt up pretty good. So, you know, he's a dangerous fighter. He's basically, this is a low reward, very high risk fight for Demetrius Andrade. And y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. This is a low reward, very high risk fight for Demetrius Andrade. And it's been rumors going around that Demetrius Andrade is going, relinquish the title. I don't know how true these rumors are, but they trying to force Demetrius Andrade to go fight this dangerous up and coming young Olympian. You know what I'm saying, Janibek, and it's not a big fight. You know what I'm saying? And Demetrius Andrade, out of all these fighters from 160 to 168, he is the one that needs a big fight more than anybody. We got to think. Demetrius Andrade, he's been professional for probably close to 15 years, and he still hasn't had not one big fight. Let me pull up Demetrius Andrade resume real quick for y'all. Pull up his resume, see how long he's been a pro. He's been pro damn near 15 years. So he started his professional career in 2008. So he's been a professional for over 13 years, right? Demetrius Andrade has been a professional for over 13 years. And his biggest fight is damn, that's bad. Like that shit is horrible. Demetrius Andrade has been a pro for over 13 years. In his biggest fight, and it's hard to say, his biggest fight was probably Liam Williams. That's the biggest name on Andrade's resume is Liam Williams. Yeah. Liam Williams is the biggest name on Demetrius Andrade's resume, or Vanez Martirosyan. Either Liam Williams or Vanez Martirosyan. Those are the two biggest names on Demetrius Andrade's resume. So they're forcing, and what's happening with it, Mad Chat, salute to you. So they're forcing Demetrius Andrade to defend his title against Janibek, which is a fighter it's not really that he's not known. He only has 11 fights, and he's a very high risk and another low reward. If Demetrius Andrade beats this guy, right? Let's just keep it 100. If Demetrius Andrade beats Janibek, nobody's going to care because most fans don't know who Janibek is. It's just going to look like he's going in there and he beat another, basically another nobody. That's what it's going to look like. Unless you're a die-hard boxing fan and you might know who Janibek is, right? So it's going to look like he went in there and fought another nobody, something that he's always doing, right? Or if he loses to Janibek, then it's going to look like that he lost to a nobody. That he went in there and he lost to a guy that only had 11 fights. Demetrius Andrade is going to, you know how the media and boxing fans do. He was never this. He was never nothing. He was all talk. He was just a bust. Soon as he fought, he never fought anybody. And then look who he lost to. You feel me? That's what they're going to do. So he's in a lose-lose situation here. And if he loses to Janibek, you know what's going to happen to Demetrius Andrade? Seriously, and I'm not a Demetrius Andrade fan, but at the end of the day, I'm for right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Demetrius Andrade fan. To tell you the truth, people that really know me on here, they know that I don't like Demetrius Andrade. He rubs me the wrong way. But right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm for right. I always advocate for the right thing in boxing. And what they're doing to Demetrius Andrade is wrong. It's wrong. It's straight up and down wrong, because they're looking for a way to get rid of Demetrius Andrade. If he loses to Janibek, you dig what I'm talking about? If he loses to Janibek, that's the end of Demetrius Andrade. You're not going to hear no more about him, because if you think that he couldn't get no fights now with anybody of a name, he definitely won't be able to get nobody if he lose to somebody like Janibek. Because these fighters, they going to hold that over his head, and it's going to be an excuse. Well, once you fight Demetrius Andrade, he got an L on his record. He lost to a guy with 11 fights. And they're going to basically blackball him from getting any fights, and he's just going to, he's just going to get buried. He's just going to get buried. And this is, it's wrong. It's wrong, and I don't like it at all. You feel me? And let me get through some of y'all comments real quick. And y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button as you come in the building. We got my man Terry Smoot says Vonez Martirosyan is way better name. I've mentioned him. What's happening with it, Terry Smoot? Terry Smoot also says, how is Janibek ordered instead of Munguia? Well, they protected Munguia. Munguia he's basically, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never even mentioned Demetrius Andrade. He's made it clear that he don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, so they're protecting him. You don't see guys like Jaime Munguia all of a sudden get mandatories like Janibek. You don't see that happening. So we see what it is. The assassin DLJ says they treat Andrade wrong. He wants to unify, but none of the champs want to fight him. Then when he fights another fighter to stay active, he's wrong too. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, for real. KP from KC5, what's happening with it? Salute. SWAT TX, what's happening with it? Bumpy Thompson, what's good with it? My man, Mr. Shelton in the building, what's happening with it? John Wayne, what's good with it? Money Brown TV in the building. So yeah, man, they doing Demetrius Andrade wrong, and it's like, what can he do? You know what I'm saying? If he if he goes and fights Janibek and beats Janibek, he gets he don't get no props for beating Janibek because most people don't know who he is. Like I said, we know who he is as diehard fans, but most people don't, right? If he loses to Janibek, then we know what happened. He loses his title, and then they basically bury the man. He's not going to be able to get no fights, no more at all. You dig what I'm saying? And then if he decides to relinquish his belts, he definitely not going to get no more fights. So they putting him up against they putting him his back up against a wall. The only thing he can really do is go in and beat Janibek, knock him off, and then you know what I'm saying, and then just I guess hope for one of these other champions to fight him. But it's a messed up, fucked up situation. You know what I'm talking about? And it's wrong, and that's just what it is. Catman785, what's happening with it? Mox G, what's good? 503 line in the building, what's happening with it? And if any of y'all want to get on here and cook today, just let me know. I'll drop the link. Money 503. If anybody want to, cook, just let me know. So yeah, that's what's going on with Demetrius Andrade. So for people that want to know what's going on with him, and whether you like a fighter or not, it's not right. Hamilton Still One says, okay, I got you, money. I'll drop it right here. I got you, 503. Let me see. It says Hamilton Steele says Jamel needs to drop WBC and stay home. The dude don't want to fight nobody. He wants Benavidez. He said, my bad. He says, dude don't want to fight nobody. He's what Benavidez said he is. Yeah, exactly. And I actually and I think you meant Jamal Charlo. You meant Jamal, but people get it mixed up all the time. Because Jamel Charlo doing everything he's supposed to be doing and some. But I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I don't know what's up with Jamal Charlo, man. And actually Jamal Charlo was my favorite fighter out of the two. You feel me? I always had been a big Jamal Charlo fan, but hey, when you start to see how dudes really is and how they move, I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, I ain't really too big of a fan of him no more. You feel me? I don't know what's up with him. Bro. And to me, it really don't have nothing to do with none of the outside stuff. To me, it's like, man, we for the best fighting the best. We not for making excuses not to fight the best and all of that other stuff. We are for the best fighting the best. That's if you're a boxing fan, that's what you are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be for the best fighting the best. That's what we want to see. So that's what's going on. You dig? That's what's going on with that. The link. Oh, what? Did I hit? I dropped another one. I know these last two that I dropped, they got to be the right link. There you go. 503 and money. Try that link right there. Try the link that I just dropped. The last 2 or 3 I just dropped. But yeah. So I want to get y'all thoughts on this situation. I'm gonna wait for my brothers to get in the building. I want to get their thoughts on the situation, and yeah, man. Here go 503. 503. What's happening?
Yeah, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, yeah. The other one you dropped, it wasn't working. It was like from my old stuff.
I must have put copy paste and probably had it in there from yesterday or so. John Kramer, what's happening with it? Zenith.
You was on for like 4 hours yesterday, because that's what it said. The time stamp on it was 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah, bro. We was cooking yesterday, man.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for dropping the link, man. Salute to the chat.
Yes, sir. So 503, let me get your take, man. What's your take on that whole situation, bro, with this Demetrius Andrade? They look like they trying to put his back up against the corner, man, and
Yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. It's a lose-lose for Andrade, because he ain't gonna get credit for Jana Beck from most people, because the masters don't really know this guy. But if you're a diehard boxing fan, you know that Jana Beck is really like, quote unquote, supposed to be like the next Triple G coming out of Kazakhstan. You know what I'm saying? So if he wins, he ain't gonna get credit. But if he loses, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna blackball him. You know what I'm saying? They put him on the shelf. So it's a lose-lose situation, bro. But for me, man, I like Demetrius Andrade and I like Jana Beck. I think it's a good fight. If he can't get nobody else to fight him, if you can't get Charlo, Haymon Holding, Triple G, and I really don't understand how all these dudes could be on the same network for 4 years already, and none of them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen Triple G fight none of the other champions on the zone. Shit don't make sense to me, bro.
Right, bro. It really don't make sense. It is like he always continued to get the bad end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
These other guys, they could basically move around and do what they want to do, but it's always Demetrius Andrade that's basically left out in the cold to fend for himself.
Yeah, you got Triple G on that motherfucker fighting Zermeta and Stevie Rose and all that old bullshit. I mean, he was going to fight a good fight with Murata, which was a unification, but that shit got canceled because he couldn't get in Japan. That's still a good fight, you know what I'm saying? But them 2 other fights he fought on the zone was trash. Just be real with you. Then Haymon Holding don't want no smoke. He ducking Charlo and Andrade, because he like number 1 in both sanctioning bodies. But you let Jana Beck come and petition to be the mandatory. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. Andrade just got to keep fighting, but that's all he really can do at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Charlo motherfucking ass doing. I asked Ronnie Shields what's going on with Charlo. He just shrugged his shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
it seems like that he don't want to fight nobody on you know what I'm saying? It seems like, bro, this is the problem, you know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm not saying this is the case with Charlo, but I'm saying this could be the case, right? We know since he's been at 160 pounds, the only competition that he's fought that was worth anything to worth even talking about. And I'm not shitting on fighters like Brandon Adams because he's a hell of a fighter, but people know that he's a small fighter and he's really a 154-pound fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, but he hasn't fought anybody at 160 besides Sergey Derevyanchenko. And going into that Sergey Derevyanchenko fight, like I said, I was hearing from Blue Blood, who was in the training camp with Derevyanchenko, was saying that he was getting beat up and sparring badly throughout the whole sparring camp. You feel me? But nevertheless, it's like, is he getting comfortable with fighting these, let's say, C level type fighters and getting a bag from it? And now when it's time for you to step up and you got to get the same pay or a little bit more and fight one of these dogs out here, you ain't really jumping to do it. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's kind of looking like, that a lot of these fighters, you know what I'm saying, that be with the PBC and Al Haymon, once they get a certain name and they continue to feed them, you know what I'm saying, bullshit fights, kind of like Caleb Plant. We seen Caleb Plant. He only had fucking really one fight that was even worth talking about, or you could say the Porky Medina fight. You know what I'm saying? If you want to count that, 2 fight at max, right? And then all the other fights were some bullshit fights. And it's kind of like, but see, the thing about Caleb Plant is he was adamant about wanting to fight the best. We don't see that out of Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? So is he getting comfortable with?
You talking about Maul Charlo?
Jamal Charlo, my bad. Jamal Charlo.
Yeah.
So is Jamal Charlo getting comfortable with fighting C-class level fighters and getting, you know, a high payday for fighting those fights? And now when his other fights presented to him, like maybe a Andrade or a in the past, what's his name? Daniel Jacobs, or a you know, some of these other fights, he don't want to take it because we've seen him adamant about fighting Triple G, but Triple G made it clearly on several occasions years ago, I'm not fighting him. You know, I'm not fighting him. It's other, and this is what Triple G said, that we know he's a fraud. He says, I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting Demetrius Andrade. He said, and the reason why is because in my career that I have left is other up-and-coming young fighters that need a chance. I'm going to give a chance to. I'm not going to fight them. I'm never going to fight them. Even before that, Abel Sanchez said, we're never fighting Jamal Charlo. So that's why I don't never talk about Triple G, because to me, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck about Triple G at all. Not even I don't think about him. But and salute to my man Fred, Barbershop Conversations in the building. Hey, Fred had a whole motherfucking cooking show last night. Hey, I was enjoying it though. That shit was funny. But yeah, if you say what you gotta say, I know you was, and then I'm gonna let money go.
Okay. From what I'm hearing, 2 things I'm hearing. I'm hearing this just word around the town. I'm hearing that Charlo might fight. What's my man's that just beat Derevyanchenko?
Hello, yo.
Can you hear me?
Adamas?
Yeah, the Carlos Adama. That's his nigga name. That's what I'm hearing. And they say Charlo might move up to 168. That's just a rumor though. It ain't nothing official. You know what I'm saying? They saying he having a hard time making 160. So I don't know.
I hope that's a rumor that he having a hard time making 160, because I really hope that's a rumor, bro. Because you know when David Benavidez is on his helmet, you know him and his coach, I don't know what happened to him, but money you in here. So when David Benavidez was on his helmet, him and his coach was, and when when it was brought up for him to go up to 168 for Canelo, he said no, he got to come down to 160 to see me. Then with David Benavidez, everybody know I'm not a 168-pound fighter. Everybody know that if they want to see me, they got to come to 160. I'm not moving up to 168. That's what he said. So, hey, but money. Let me get your take on, this what's going on with Demetrius Andrade, man. How you feel about that?
For us,
if y'all have not smashed the like button, y'all smash the like button, get the likes up. Go ahead, money.
Yeah, for us, Demetrius Andrade, yeah, man, it's like, you got to give him his credit because he's trying to get all the smoke, regardless of what anybody say. And then I heard y'all was talking about the Genevieve fight. Like, that's a solid fight. That's solid as fuck, regardless of what people say. It's not on the people. It's on the content creators and the media to, give Andrade his credit for beating somebody like Genevieve, if he can beat him, because it ain't guaranteed that he can beat that dude. That dude's a hell of a fighter. But, yeah, man, either, we say Canelo should be fighting Andrade. We say this Benavidez should be, but Canelo and Benavidez at different weight classes. Right now at 160, he's a world champion. He wants to smoke with Charlo. He wants to smoke with Triple G. Right? Those are two dudes that people should be pushing to fight Demetrius Andrade. But we know Triple G is already linked up with a fight. So there's only one man out there, man. And it's Jamal Charlo, and he don't have a fight set. You know what I mean? He don't have a fight set. So people should have been pushing that fight like they try to push and scrutinize everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Get on Jamal ass, keep the same energy for him. Even if we fans of him, because I rock with the Charlos heavy and go ride for him. But the facts are the facts. The fight that supposed to be made right now that's ready is Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo. So when they come out and they say, oh, he's a horrible fighter, I don't agree with that shit what Canelo said. I don't agree with that shit what Jamal Charlo said. He ain't no fucking horrible fighter. He's a 2-division world champion. He's the current champion at 160 pounds right now. And if Jamal Charlo ass was to fight him and to beat him, he will see his stock raise. If you can do what you said you was going to do, you can blow his fucking brain. He can't take your power. You can knock him out, this, that, and the third. Then show us you can do all that shit. You know what I mean? Show us you can do it. The fight, that's a fight that's set in stone, bro. That's a fight that people want to see. Like, you don't even have to do that much promoting for that fight. You know what I mean? And that's one of them legacy fights that go set you apart from everybody else. So, it is a fucked up situation what's happening with my man's Demetrius Andrade, because as a world champion, you deserve to fight. And that's what I mean by people talking about they like to discredit champions, this, that, and the third. When you're a world champion, bro, you sit in a division with another world champion and both of y'all need a fight, and you the only person talking about fight, and nobody else is saying shit because they mad because another fighter is not fighting them. It just shows to go. I mean, that just goes to show you that people not really fight fans, bro. They not. You know what I mean? They just want a certain fighter to get an opportunity to say they can do this and do that. So if we got good fights out there, we should be pushing for the good fights to get made, bro. And Demetrius Andrade versus Jamal Charlo is arguably the best fight at the middleweight division. Number one, number two. I got Charlo number one. I got Andrade number two. You know what I mean? So why shouldn't we want it? So when we look at the Demetrius Andrade situation, I just feel like people should push for him to get that fight with Jamal, just like they push, oh, he should be fighting Canelo or this fighter or that fighter, because that's the only way they go stand out. And and Andrade, he's daring to let his O go. He's daring like, fuck, if you go beat me. I'm out here, I'm ready. You know what I mean? He pushing up to all their press conferences, and somehow the fans still don't get behind that, bro. When people say that's what we want, when you want to fight, you're supposed to go get it. What Roy Jones say? If you can't find one, you go look for it. And Roy went looking for it, and Demetrius Andrade, he's really going to look for a fight. He is. He's not just going to run his damn mouth. He's willing to do it, and he's willing to be the B-side. He ain't out here trying to, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at the situation, I just feel like the fans should get behind Demetrius Andrade a little bit more and appreciate, even if you don't like the man, you still got to appreciate what he's trying to do, and let's give us the best versus the best. So, he's in a situation with his own right now, to where a lot of people not trying to, do a little business with Eddie Hearn, which is fucked up, right? So they shedding him out here and they shedding him out there. So, he got that against him. But at the same time, if you sit up there as a world champion, bro, you should be respected as a world champion. You know what I mean? But even fighters not even respect him as a world champion, not trying to go that way. So, he in a fucked up situation, bro. But I don't knock him for going out there fighting who he's fighting. That's why I say, yeah, they not the best opposition, but you got to stay busy. You got to feed your family. You got to eat. Just can't sit out years after years because these cats don't want to fight you. You know what I mean? So he got that's one person that got a legitimate argument of his opposition. You know what I mean? He got a legitimate argument that I've been trying to get in with the best of these motherfuckers, and they not getting in there with me. And I think he do deserve more respect from the fans than he get, bro.
Yeah, man, because man, they doing him wrong. I just feel like that he's being done wrong because this fight that they pushing on Demetrius Andrade is Janibek. People don't know who Janibek is. Like, unless you a diehard boxing fan like us, and most people in the chat probably don't even know who he is. You dig? So unless you like a really diehard boxing fan and keep up with everything, you're not gonna know who he is. So you go out there and beat this guy, you ain't gonna get no credit for it. You go out here and lose to the guy, it's basically going, you know what I'm saying? They basically gonna sabotage your career. They're gonna fucking dig a hole, you know what I'm saying, 6 feet deep and dump you in it. You lose your title, you're not gonna ever get a big fight. You're not gonna never get a fight. And like I said, this man been pro for over 13 years, money. Damn, you can't get none of these dudes to fight him. Like it's crazy. So he
and not only that, bro, he was over there with the zone with Eddie Hearn when they had all the goddamn middleweights. The zone was stacked with the middleweights, and you got to put a little fight on Eddie Hearn as well for not pressuring motherfuckers to fight him.
And so he's being put in a very, very fucked up position. You dig what I'm saying? Because this dude, you know what I'm saying, he fighting the killer. The dude a killer. They're saying he's being put in a fucked up position, and guys like Haymon Holding or Triple G or none of them dudes, they never have to be put in a position like that. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Why can't they have to have a mandatory like Janibek or somebody like that? You got Triple G choosing to, this motherfucker's going to goddamn the back of Denny's and shit, finding his opponents. I don't know how the fuck he always coming to the table with these opponents that ain't nobody never heard of. This motherfucking Triple G will go fly across the world and go to your fucking local bar and find his next opponent. And this man is being able to do whatever he want to do when he wants to do it. It makes no sense. But, moving along, man. That's just some news I wanted to drop, to let everybody know what was going on with Demetrius Andrade, if you might have been wondering. Did you have any, before we get into the main topic, because I like to give people news and shit that's going on in boxing that people might not know about. Did you have any news that you got? It don't have to be like no big name fighter or none of that shit.
No, not at the moment. We at the end of the year, so not really nothing.
Okay, so before I do get in the main topic, man, we see. Hold on, you get Batman on here. What's happening with it, Bat?
What's up, Key?
Yes, sir.
Batman,
so I needed you on the show, Batman. You came. That's what's up, man. I needed you on here too. I was like, man, I was like, I'm gonna hit Batman if he don't come through in a little bit.
The joint popped up. I was looking at the Country Wayne joint, and after that joint went off, this joint came right on.
That's what's up. So so we gonna get into the main topics, but before we just breaking down some news or whatever. So I want to talk about real quick. We see Keith Thurman coming back, right? Keith Thurman, we seen him training. We see him on the comeback, right? What y'all think about that, man? How, like, and I'm gonna go with you, Money, and then I'm gonna go to my man Batman. Like, I don't know what to think about this, dog. Do you think that Keith Thurman is gonna be able to get back to the Keith Thurman that we saw in 2016, 2017? Or what you think? What you looking forward to Keith Thurman doing?
He went out with a hell of a fight against Manny Pacquiao, so it ain't like Keith Thurman can't fight. He's still a top to me until I see different. Even though he's been out the ring for almost 3 years, and we got to see he's still a top welterweight. In my eyes, until I see one of these dudes beat him or he showed me that he's not there for us fighting. Right now, with him and the Barrios fight, right? I know people saying this, but I think Barrios making a move to 147 or Barrios looked at it like an opportunity. We already know Keith Thurman. He come back, he always looking for a damn tune-up. He feel like, oh, I've been out the ring, I'm a little rusty, which is true. I don't knock the man for coming back in the tune-up. But him being back, I like it, bro. I like it. I like his ass. Like I say, when he come back, it's always good for the welterweight division. As long as he's staying active and not being on the fucking sideline because his ass can fight. That loss to Manny Pacquiao don't deteriorate from me. That Keith Thurman is still a hell of a fighter because he still gave Manny Pacquiao a hell of a fight, even though his ass lost. And I was pulling for him. But, his skill set is his skill set. His ass still entertaining. He going to put on in a fight, right? They going to make it entertaining. He a front runner to me. So the first 6 rounds going to be very interesting, So, I'm just looking forward to see how he come back. See if he's putting the hard work in or is he just coming back, to snatch the money and get the fuck on. So, everything going to show in this fight what he going on to do with Mario Barrios and what he want to do afterwards because he's still a key player in the game that Bud could fight, that Earl could fight, that Jerron or Virgil, they could fight as well if he's serious about staying in the game and not just trying to get to the big dogs and just say, fuck it. Let me give me a big bag and get the fuck on. Do me a Showtime Sean Porter around this motherfucker. So, I'm happy to see him back in the ring and I'm going to see what he do against Mario Barrios. I know I'm a batter shit, even though it ain't worked the motherfucking pay-per-view, but, we going to see what he do in the ring with Mario Barrios.
Batman, man, what's your take? What you looking, what you think Keith Thurman gonna do now in his what is this, his like third comeback?
This is third. This is the second comeback. Right?
This is second.
Yeah, second comeback.
Yeah.
Man, hopefully we see him go in here and dominate Mario's Barrios because a guy that wasn't even supposed to be at 140 stop him. Throwing him in there with Terrence Crawford, I wouldn't want to see it because he's been out of the ring for a long time. He gave Manny Pacquiao a hell of a match when they fought. Even though he was still coming off an injury then. But man, fuck it, man. What we gonna tell of Keith Thurman fighting Mario Barrios? Mario Barrios really lost to a 7-0 fighter. Mario Barrios got stopped by a 5-foot 130 real 135 pounder. What the fuck is what the fuck is this fight supposed to do for us? I mean, what we supposed to say in this fight? If you go out there and have a tough time with Mario Barrios, his stock drop. If you go out there and stop Mario Barrios, a 5-foot fighter that they was trying to make a match with you, and you said you would have smashed him, what the fuck do this matters? It doesn't matter nothing. Or what Floyd and them trying to see if he go out there and have a tough time with Mario Barrios for they can enjoy jump tank out there with him. I mean, I'm just playing it on both sides. What we supposed to see?
That's a good question.
Let me respond. I'm glad you said my name.
Yeah.
And I feel where Batman coming from because he make a valid point. You know what I'm saying? I think what they trying to see, bro, is they trying to gauge what Thurman at in his career. I think Barrios is a good name. And this is a good opportunity for Thurman to make a comeback, bro. Because let's be real, this is Barrios' first fight at 147, so they really not putting him in there with a real welterweight. You know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity fight, bro. This is an opportunity for Keith Thurman to make a comeback and come up off of Barrios, or Barrios can make an opportunity off of getting knocked out by like you say, a nigga that really ain't no 140 pounder for real. And shit, he can make a name for himself at welterweight if he beat Thurman. You know what I'm saying? So shit, in my eyes, it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, we niggas don't want to see Keith Thurman fight Terrence Crawford off a 2-year layoff. So why not put him in over Barrios? And who else he gonna fight?
Yeah, it's just a comeback fight, so Keith can try to, get the little ring rust off in my eyes. Then he go try to shoot for one of the big cats.
But get the ring rust off, he could have afforded 15, from 10 to 15, top welterweight. If they really wanted to see, something, he about to fight a 140 pounder that just came up, that just got stopped with a body shot by a 5-foot guy that wasn't supposed to be at 140. That's why he gave his belt up.
Yeah. So, and yeah, y'all get the likes up. And salute to my man, Seattle Boxing Talk, King Judah, everybody that stepped in the building. My man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Yeah, look, check this out, man. Check this out. So it's like this, right? Is Keith Thurman, has his stock went all the way down that far? Because check this out. So Errol Spence was coming off a car wreck. What if Errol Spence had came back and fought a Mario Barrios, or, somebody on that caliber? You know what I'm saying? People, see, we haven't. And this is what I'm saying. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Like, when we heard Thurman versus Mario Barrios, right? I don't think, besides Batman, didn't nobody really think too much of it. We was like, yeah, it's a get back fight, cool little fight, whatever, Mario Barrios. That's how I felt. I didn't really feel nothing about it. But then I asked myself, like, damn, but if that was like a Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, we would have crucified them. So it kind of lets me know that people don't really regard Keith Thurman that high. If you know what I'm saying, if you okay with a Mario Barrios fight, I don't think we regard Keith Thurman that high up no more. You know what I'm saying? Because if Errol Spence did it coming off that car wreck, hey, people would have crucified him. That's the truth. So do y'all still regard Keith Thurman on that top echelon that Keith Thurman, could get one fight like a Mario Barrios, and he could possibly beat a Errol Spence, a Terrence Crawford, a Jerron Boots Ennis? Do y'all think that he could beat any Virgil Ortiz, or
Yeah, I feel like this. Guys? Yeah, if he come, that's what I say. He coming back to try to get the rust off, and like Beth said, he could have took a top 15. We're in the top 15 to the one, but his ass looking at, we know Keith Thurman style, bro. He ain't trying to get in that motherfucker and mix it up with nobody that probably can beat his ass right now off that year layoff. We seen what happened when you put Riverside Rocky when he came back off the little layoff. He hit his ass with a nice body shot and, almost finished his ass off. So he want to come back and try to look good so he could say, well, I'm back and this, that, and the third to put on a showcase for him. But like 503 said, it's people like, oh, he fighting Barrios. It's an opportunity for Barrios as well. We know he got stopped at 140, but now he's going up to 147. Shit, he go see what he can do against Keith Thurman. So especially with Thurman being off the layoff. But to answer your question, Keith, what if he can beat those dudes or not? He'll still be in position to fight their ass. You know what I mean? That's what all he's trying to do is get in position to get that fight. Oh, I'm trying to be a world champion again. I get in there. I haven't been beaten. I'm still a top dog at the welterweight division. All I got to do is come back, get a W, and I'm right back in the mix, which is kind of true. You know what I mean? But, you don't got a title or shit like that. The buzz behind you got to see what that's looking like. But at the end of the day, he still haven't been beat by none of the welterweights. So in his eyes, he still feel like until one of you motherfuckers beat me, I'm still right here with y'all, even if I'm not being active. And he got a point with that. So when he do fight Barrios, if he's victorious, he's going to be right there in the mix of, okay, if Earl fighting Ugas, right, that's 3 titles. Or, well, Bud, what you going to do? Jerron Ennis want to make a name. He know if he beat Keith Thurman ass, that make him bigger. Same with Virgil Ortiz. If he can beat his ass and make him bigger. Bud can have bragging rights to be the first man to beat Keith Thurman, who was the first to beat Danny and Sean and lost to Manny Pacquiao. But he still got that little edge. Like Keith Thurman is still a name to have on your resume. Let's just put it like that. But what do Keith Thurman come back to the table with? Is his ass, like I say, I want to see, is he still hungry or not, or is he just trying to put himself in position with one of them fights to get another big ass bag and then go back to playing flukes and shit with his wife.
Yeah,
But
let me get y'all take on it, then we're gonna move on to the next.
Hey, money. I'm on the bread butter with money. Money is a good name, but if he come back and look like some shit, that's not a good name on your resume. That was Keith Thurman at his worst.
Yeah.
I mean, when a motherfucker go back and look at the fight, that's all they gonna say. Same shit with the Kell Brook with Terrence Crawford. Same thing with Mid-Con with Terrence Crawford. Oh, they was already done.
Facts. That's why I say you got to come back and look. He got to come back. He got to stop Barrios. If you don't stop Barrios, then yeah, it's gonna be, which I believe he will, and that's why I think he picked him. Like, okay, I can go in here and beat the shit out of this motherfucker, and then make me still look like the Keith Thurman the old. You know what I mean? Then put me right back in position.
I don't think they picked him. I don't think he picked him. I think they picked him. I think they saying if he have a tough time with this kid, I bet you it'll be a him and Tank fight.
Oh, you talking about Thurman and Tank?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
What you got on that 503?
I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I think people is not giving Keith Thurman high regards no more, because you got dudes like Bruce Ennis, Virgil, Bud, and EJ that then came onto the scene, bro, and they trailblazers of the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? We all want to see them four guys fight one another, right? So motherfuckers don't remember, like, before it was a big fish and a bud and a man down. It used to be one time I ain't afraid to let it go. Don't doubt me, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keith Thurman is like that nigga that, you know what I'm saying, he had all the bitches in high school, he had a car, he was an all-American. Now you ride up the street, you know what I'm saying, and then they got the bus stop smoking a cigarette. That's Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Money said, bro. If he don't knock out Barrios, bro, or at least hurt the motherfucker a couple times, motherfuckers gonna talk shit about you, bro. But I look at it like this, bro. It can't get no worse than it already is for Thurman, bro. You already been let motherfuckers come take your belt, come take the division from you. Don't nobody even talk about you versus the top guys no more, bro. And from a fighting stand, shit, nigga, Thurman then got shook up by them all of the, you know what I'm saying, you know, good guys, good names he fought. He let Riverside Rocky shake him up. Got dropped, got hurt by Pacquiao, right? You remember what Luis Collazo did? Collazo was the one that opened up Pandora's box. So, I mean, shit, to me, brother, it can't get no worse for Thurman at this point. You know what I'm saying? He just got to go in there and do what he do, bro. If he can outbox the motherfucker, then outbox him. If he stop him, which I don't think he's gonna do, but you know what I'm saying? You just got to go in there and be Keith Thurman, man, and block out all of that shit, bro, and try to you know, give a good fight, man, and knock some of the car wheels off that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? So,
hey, bro,
we gonna see. We gonna see.
Keith Thurman, to me, and I'm standing on my ground with this shit, bro. If Keith Thurman want to be recognized anywhere near the top welterweights, Keith Thurman got to go out here and stop Mario Barrios. Just like Batman said, man, Mario Barrios was stopped by a 5'4", 130, 135 pounder. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? How hard y'all think he hit and all of that. That dude, you know what I'm saying? He still stopped Barrios. So if Keith Thurman don't go in here and stop Barrios, Keith Thurman pretty much, bro, he pretty much done in my eyes as far as being at the top. He'll never get, he got it. One time, we talking about Keith Thurman there. A lot of these welterweights were saying that he was the hardest hitter in the welterweight division. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these welterweights were saying it was between him and Danny Garcia just for like that all-out one-punch thud and shit. So, nah, he got to go out here and he got to get this stoppage. Especially a dude like Mario Barrios that's never fought at 147 pounds before and that got beat by a dude that was 7-0. Nah, dog. He got to get this stoppage. But real quick, I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say real quick, Batman. Then we're gonna move on.
No, I was saying if he don't get the stoppage, he just gotta make it look like a non-competitive fight. I mean, if he don't get the stoppage, he got beat the shit out Barrios like Barrios ain't even supposed to been in the ring with him.
Well, the power that you possess, if you possess the power that Keith Thurman is supposed to possess, right? Well, then if you put a beating like that, you gotta get a stoppage. They gotta stop that shit. You ain't throwing, you know what I'm saying, pity pat punches. Keith Thurman is throwing hard ass punches. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and y'all get the likes up. If y'all haven't smashed my like button, you know what I'm saying, hit my like button, get the likes up, and we finna move on. But I heard they call it Keith Thurman, they calling him Keith Davis Thurman. You know what I'm saying? They saying he the Anthony Davis of motherfucking boxing. They said Keith Thurman the Anthony Davis of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You motherfucking Win hit his elbow too hard, he needs surgery. But so I just hope that Keith Thurman don't go out here, get a good win, and then fucking he injured again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want to see.
Motherfucker go out with a pinky finger. Oh, my
Right.
pinky nail. Out for 2 years and shit.
Nah,
Big
Danny
Texas.
fucked that.
What's
Danny
happening
fucked
with
that
it?
man up, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Danny did fuck the elbow up.
Yeah, Danny was them hooks that Danny, man. I was on Lord to the Game Boxing Talk last night, and one of the cats, you know what I'm saying, one of my mans on the panel, he gonna try to tell me Danny didn't have no motherfucking punching power, bro. I said, man, you gotta be fucking tripping.
Man, no left hook. I mean, no left hook, man. He definitely got punching power.
His right
Definitely
and
got
his left
punching
hook,
power,
them
bro.
shits be thumping.
I bet you it was the same kid I was on there Oregon with when I told that boy Danny Garcia it's a bigger jaw and got a better resume than Terrence Crawford. I know. I bet you that boy was shitting on. Yeah, he was shitting on Danny Garcia. How can Danny get 40 and then Earl Given turns the same percentage that Danny got? How that makes sense, motherfucker? Danny Garcia is a big jaw and Danny got a bigger fan base, motherfucker. That's why it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, tell that you should have told that nigga he needs to go watch Garcia versus Amir Khan and Adrian Granados.
Right.
He ain't got no motherfucking power, nigga.
Got a lot of power. But let me let's move on, man. I want to get into this Wilder situation, right? Because a whole lot of rumors going around about Deontay Wilder. You know, we recently heard that. Well, we've been knowing for a minute, right, that Tyson Fury's mandatory is Dillian White, and we've been seeing that Tyson Fury, he really ain't getting up to fight Dillian White. We know Tyson Fury kind of move how he want to move. If you know what I'm saying, you got to be a big name for Tyson Fury to really get up, get off the couch, and get motivated to fight you. That's just how Tyson Fury is, you know. And from what I'm hearing from him, he not motivated to fight no Dillian White. You know, Dillian White, he already been knocked out by Anthony Joshua, one of the fighters that Tyson Fury would get up for and fight. And he already been knocked out by an old ass 40-year-old Povetkin. So Tyson Fury's looking at this dude like, man, fuck, I'm gonna get up fighting him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna gain out of knocking out blue-footed ass Dillian White? You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna gain out of that? This is how Tyson Fury's thinking. So Tyson Fury he's contemplating on dropping the WBC title. You know what I'm saying? He's contemplating on dropping the title and just saying fuck it and going elsewhere, waiting for the winner of Anthony Joshua or Usyk or doing something else, right? So a lot of rumors been swirling around that if Tyson Fury does drop the title and he decides not to fight Dillian White, that Deontay Wilder and Dillian White could possibly fight, right? Now, Tay Jones, last night, Tay Jones, he did a video and he addressed this. Because we also been hearing rumors that Deontay Wilder is possibly going to retire. So last night, Tay Jones, he addressed, you know, the rumors going around that Deontay Wilder is, you know, probably going to face Dillian White for the WBC title again and become a 2-time world champion. Well, Tay Jones said this. He says that he called Deontay Wilder on the phone, and he says that Wilder says that he don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't know where people getting these rumors from, that he ain't heard nothing. He been on vacation, he been enjoying his life, and he don't know nothing about none of this stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, damn. When you hear it from the rabbit's mouth himself, that's what it is. Wilder don't know nothing about it. Now, could this possibly take place? It could Wilder possibly be right in the mix? Yeah. But another thing is the retirement. Wilder he's talked about, like, you know, he's been contemplating retiring. Should he fight again, you know, or should he retire? And so my thing is, right, and this is not just for Wilder, this is for any and every fighter. I always say this. If you have retirement on your mind, you pretty much need to go ahead and retire. Just like Sean Porter. And I told everybody, I said, if I had known that Sean Porter knew he was going to retire after this Terrence Crawford fight, if I had known that Sean Porter had 1 foot in the ring and 1 foot out of the ring in retirement already, I would have never argued with nobody and gave Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, a chance to win at all. Now, I didn't think he was going to beat Terrence Crawford, but I gave him a big chance to beat Terrence Crawford, right? I never would have thought and gave him that chance, because I always believe if a fighter is starting to contemplate retirement and they thinking like, man, should I just continue to box or should I retire right now? That's pretty much it. Because to me, this is my opinion, you cannot get up the motivation to really grind and go hard like you did, you know, in training camp when you was motivated and hungry and retirement wasn't even in your eyes. So boxing, you can't play with, you know what I'm saying? So if you got half 1 foot in the sport and the other one out, and you go in there with any of these fighters, I don't care if it is Dillian White, a fighter that I think that Deontay Wilder would knock his whole fucking head off. But any of these heavyweight fighters are dangerous. So if you contemplate retiring and you feel that, you know, hey, I don't got nothing else to accomplish. I accomplished everything I had to in boxing, more than I even thought I would ever accomplish, right? I did it all. I couldn't get past Tyson Fury, but hey, I ain't gonna never be able to beat Tyson Fury because that shit is done with. You know what I'm saying? That I can't do nothing about that. I can't bring that back. We're not fighting ever again. But everybody else I got in the ring with, I fought and I knocked them out. I did everything I was supposed to do and everything I wanted to do. I had millions and millions of dollars. I have more money than I could ever spend. And that's just what it is. So I feel that, yeah, he probably should retire. Even though I would love to see him knock Dillian White out cold, he probably maybe should retire if he's really thinking that. And I'm gonna pass it to Money, and then I'll go to 503, and I'm gonna go to you, Batman.
Good topic too. But I remember saying something where Wilder saying he was thinking about retirement. So I don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? I heard him say that out of his own mouth. So to me, you know, I think just the heat of the moment get you sometimes. You know, when you sit back and you look at the situation, and then I'm not gonna lie, you know, looking at the performance against Tyson Fury, and just looking how quick he got tired and shit like that, I'm like, is this shit taking a toll on him? You know what I mean? Is the game taking a toll on him? Is it time? Because like I say, he overachieved to me. Like nobody, like you come to the game at 18, 19, motherfucking bronze medalist, become a heavyweight world champion.
He came in at 20, Money. He came in at 20,
Right, 20. And reigned for 5 years, tied Muhammad Ali with 10 title defenses, shit of that nature. Shit, you ain't nobody looked at you to do all that shit. Whether people want to, oh man, this and that, like I said, it don't matter. The history books speak for itself. First ballot Hall of Famer, arguably the hardest puncher in boxing history. Like you did a whole lot of shit, you accomplished a whole lot of shit. And you know, only thing I probably want from him is to go out on a win. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this be the last chapter. You know what I'm saying, being knocked out by a motherfucker. You go out there and go out on a win. and then hang it up. But if he decide to say, I'm done with it, this, that, and the third shit, you move on to the next chapter of your life. Boxing ain't forever. You feel me? Boxing ain't forever. So, I'd rather see him one or two more times inside his first circle. I feel like he still got one or two more fights, pulling a little bit more money and just to go out on a good note, and just to get that out your system. Every time you think about yourself in the ring, you don't want your last fucking thoughts to be you on the fucking canvas. And I'm quite sure he probably still thinking of that shit right now. But if he decide to hang it up, bro, kudos to him, man. We still love him to death. What he did in this game, we praise. You know what I'm saying? We was riding with him 120, only one loss. So it is what it is. Just wish him the best on the second half of his career.
Right. I agree. 503. What's your take on this?
Yeah, man. I was listening to the homies this morning. Took on this, man. I was listening to Junior the Truth. He had a quick little take on it. And I haven't got a chance to listen to the homie Tay live stream, but just going off what you say, I'm gonna say this, bro. Uh, I don't never want to see Deontay Wilder come back, bro. And the reason why is because motherfuckers don't appreciate good heavyweight boxing, American heavyweight boxing no more, bro. Like this shit has got imported and exported with these foreign motherfuckers, and American media praises AJ and Fury and Usyk and Dillian White and all these dudes, you know what I'm saying, from over there across the pond and shit. So I don't want to see Deontay Wilder come back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Wilder kind of got the the Muhammad Ali treatment, the Cassius Clay treatment. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna appreciate the man until he gone, bro. And another thing, like what you were saying, bro, if you got one foot in, one foot out, homie, this something you don't play with, bro. You can lose your life. And the way he looked at like conditioning wise versus Fury is like, um, I don't want to see him look like that no more, bro. I'm gonna just be all the way 1,000 with you. That shit was real weird to me because I never seen Wilder look like that. Only when he fought Tyson Fury. For whatever fucking strange reason, you know what I'm saying? We could do a whole live stream about why he looked like how he looked versus Fury. That's a whole nother video within itself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, bro, I don't want to see Wilder come back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the WBC, fuck Suleiman. Don't let these suits make no more millions off of you. You know what I'm saying? Let Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren and Fury and Dillian White figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? This is Dillian White opportunity to finally get his title shot, so let him figure that shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the motherfuckers use your name to hype up that bullshit going on with Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, because that's really what it's about. These motherfuckers can't come to terms on nothing because they don't really fuck with each other because they each other biggest competition over there in the UK. And see, a lot of I was looking at some little clips and shit on Instagram about how Frank Warren and Eddie can't come to terms, but motherfuckers in America don't give a fuck about that shit because that's UK shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And now they saying, oh, Tyson Fury don't want to do this and don't want to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. The shit is just real weird, and it's like a whole bunch of clout chasing shit going on. How the fuck you gonna tell Deontay Wilder to be on standby? You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is y'all? Like y'all can't dictate what this man do. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing they be doing with Gary Russell, bro. Yeah, well, we got a mandatory for you, Gary. Just be ready. What? Like the shit is weird to me, bro. Like I don't fuck the WBC, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, KT.
And salute to Shady Girl 85, Coach Chris. Yeah, man. I feel y'all. What's your take on this Batman?
Man, I remember when I first met the kid, man. When I first met Deontay out Colorado Springs, man. He came a long way because when I first met him, he was sparring Michael Hunter. And I was asking Gary, man, who the fuck is that? Man, he on the team? because he was Jai looking like some shit, right? And he hit Hunter with a hard ass right hand. Hunter almost went the fuck out. They had to stop the session for a minute, but they kept on going. Slim, but from when I first seen him, from where he is now, he made a big hell of a leap. And I think if he get more defensive minded, catching punches, I think he can beat Tyson Fury. But you know, I mean, it's up to him. If he feel as though he want to keep fighting and keep on, I think he'll knock Dillian White the fuck out. But if he feel as though he want to retire, man, he proved everything he posed to prove. A 20-year-old that took up boxing, that was a basketball player that took up boxing and went all the way to the top with it. I mean, you know, it's up to him. To me, I mean, I'll back him. I'm backing him whatever decision he make. If he want to go fight Dillian White, go ahead, fuck him up, and put yourself back in the race with that unification shit. Go ahead. But if he want to retire, man, you know, you proved everything you supposed to prove.
Yeah. And my man Seattle Boxing Talk off in that super chat. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through, showing love. He says the weight he put on those last two fights killed his stamina. The first Fury fight, he was 215. His power still carried through 12 rounds. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that. A lot of people wonder like why he put on so much weight. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, before you wasn't getting in the ring with dudes that was weighing damn near 280 pounds, almost 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we don't know what Tyson Fury was weighing on the, you know, fight night. He was probably weighing close to 300 pounds. You feel me? So that's a lot of the reason that he put on that weight, so he could try to, you know, hold his ground, because Tyson Fury, they let him get away with all of that, you know, wrestling shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll grab you, like he'll push you back. He puts his fucking forearm all in your forehead. He was holding Deontay Wilder's face in place and shit when he came over with the hook. He do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta look at Deontay.
You got somebody in the you got somebody in the back. Yeah, and I don't know who this dude is though.
I don't see nobody in the back.
You gotta look at his hand placement though. He's trying to catch the punches while they coming instead of just putting his hands and just blocking the punches from right there, letting the punches hit his gloves. He was giving them a clean shot at everything. Then he started hitting them on the side of the head. That's when he really started. That shit really went downhill.
Seattle Boxing Talk is saying putting on so much muscle probably had a lot to do with his stamina. And you could have a point, because muscle will get you tired faster. That muscle needs more oxygen.
That's true. If that's the case, putting on weight. Now they saying putting on weight, then Tyson Fury should have been gassed up.
No, muscle weight though. It's a difference. He put on a lot of muscle weight. And you can go back to Anthony Joshua, right? When Anthony Joshua was big and bulky and shit, and with all them fucking muscles looking like a bodybuilder, Anthony Joshua used to gas out.
He gassed out in the Usyk fight.
Well, no, I'm saying he used to gas out way faster than he do now. So he might have a point. Bro, Coach Chris, why are you the only one in here talking about Spence? Like the whole time in the chat, you've been talking about Spence. Bro, I don't understand what your problem is. We're not even talking about Spence.
Hey, bro, you just made that nigga day doing that.
I don't let this nigga been talking about Spence the whole time in the chat. Ain't nobody talked about, nobody's mentioned Errol Spence the whole show.
Yeah, man, these boys, you know they love them some fish. They love them some big fish. Yeah, they want you to talk about them, bro. They every time you try to talk, they do the same.
Just started talking about Spence. He was talking about Fury.
Nah, he was talking about when he first came in here. He would start talking about Spence. His first comment was about Spence, talking about, Spence is a sucker, this and that. Like, bro, Nobody's even talking about Spence. We did that shit yesterday. If you want to talk about Spence and Crawford, we did that shit all day yesterday, and you could have hopped your ass on the channel, Coach.
Yeah, they
and we ain't talking about. Let me clarify, Coach Chris.
I want to say this to Coach. That's my man. Hey, Coach, motherfucking Crawford ain't go over there and try to make the fight.
I don't even really want to go get into that. We did all of that shit yesterday. You know?
Man, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro, your channel is like one of the best channels. The reason why niggas love talking about Earl Spence on your channel, bro, because don't nobody else really talk about that shit like how you do it. Well, like how BLTB do it or Money Brown. Like it's certain channels. You know what I'm saying? It's certain. Nah, you good. It's certain channels, bro, that talk about that shit real good, right? And you know what I'm saying? They want to hear that shit every day. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. We ain't talking about that today, bro. Smooth boxing, my man. Straight out there, Oak Cliff. What's happening with it? He says, "What's understood don't have to be explained. The love is real." Batman, what's up, baby? What's happening with it? Coming through some love all the time.
Yeah, shouts out to that D-time, man.
Smooth.
Hey, real quick, Keon, if that fight in Dallas, man, and Arlington, Ugas, you gonna come? You gonna pop out?
Man, you ain't even gotta ask me that. You already know.
Okay.
No, definitely I'm coming out there. You already know I'm sliding, man. For real. We can miss that. Me and Money was talking about his next couple fights sliding out. We were just talking about this shit the other day.
Yeah, I'm in the building for that Spence Ugas, wherever it's at.
That's a bit.
So and KP was happening with it. So yeah, man, I just say before we get to the next subject, I just say this, man. Wilder did everything that he wanted to do, everything he's supposed to do. I would like Money said, I would like to see him go out with a W. You know what I'm saying? Not Dillian White head smooth the fuck off. That would give me the most joy out of anything in boxing to see Deontay Wilder knock Dillian White clean the fuck out and retire. But it's up to him at the end of the day. If anybody got anything to say about that,
real quick, I wanted to ask you this because I seen something. I don't know if Andy Ruiz did a podcast or something, or he brought up Wilder's name, but it seemed like these motherfuckers love bringing up Deontay Wilder's name when he don't say shit. So Andy Ruiz was saying how he wanted to fight Wilder and all that. Is that a fight y'all would be interested in looking at, or that ship sailed a long time ago?
Not now, bro. Not now. I wouldn't now, because unless he's fighting somebody like Dillian White, or you know what I'm saying, one of them cats, or Jarrell Miller, one of them cats that he got personal beef with. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't no boxing shit. It's personal beef. Unless he's fighting one of them, I don't want to see him in the ring no more. Because when you start talking about retiring, bro, and should I retire? You pretty much need to retire. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Unless it's something personal.
Yeah, but I would love to see the Andy Ruiz fight. I feel like that's still a big fight. I understand what you're saying, Keith. When you get to time about retiring, your head ain't all the way in the game. You know what I mean? If you ain't 100% in it, you shouldn't be in it. Mentally, you got to be ready for that shit. But I do think, if you want to switch that page to say, because like I say, man, I just think it's the heat of the moment shit. You relaxing, you overlooking everything you achieved in the game. You sitting back with your woman and things that nature. You have a conversation with her in an AM, you know what I'm saying? After y'all finish y'all, it's a lot of shit that goes into it, bro. Like, man, do I want to go through this shit again? The pain you probably just took to recover from this shit, like, I ain't got shit else to prove, man. I did everything I had to do. That was the pinnacle where I was just boxing at. Everybody wanted to see you and AJ and Undisputed. It should have happened, but it never happened. You know what I mean? So, but when you say Andy Ruiz 503, that's the fight that I do want. Like, I swear, that's the only fight that I feel like I want for Deontay Wilder. It's the Andy Ruiz fight, because you're going in there against a former unified world champion. Andy Ruiz still holds weight with his name. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get Andy up out of there, bro, that's a hell of a way to go out. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's up to him. And I do feel what you're saying, Key. If your heart ain't in it and you just talking about retirement, don't go fucking around just to try to get a check or to see if you can continue to do it. And, that last punch might be, you know what I'm saying, a fucked up punch, because Andy big ass can fight. And he gonna bring it, but I just feel like that'd be a hell of a fight for him. And it's a big dog fight, and it's a great way to go out. And that bitch gonna be jumping. That motherfucker gonna be packed.
Yeah, man. And anything else you had to say, before we move on to the next?
No, I'm done though. But shouts out to
No, I'm
Wilder,
talking
man.
to Batman.
Oh, that ain't there no more. He popped out.
Oh shit, he must have just popped out. So he said drop the link again. Let me drop this link. This link is only for Batman. I ain't having like a full open panel like that today, y'all, because we ain't finna be on here for no 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying? I seen money, nigga. I seen you over there, man. You were struggling last night, boy. Your motherfucking boy, you lost your voice and everything. I said, yeah, your ass was laughing at me yesterday for that long ass live. Now you was on that stuff. Motherfucker, you was on there for about 5 hours, weren't you?
Yeah. Boy, I ain't never doing that shit again.
Hey, bro, that shit
I ain't
drains,
never doing
man.
that
People
shit
don't
again, bro.
understand. People don't understand. We working, bro. That shit ain't easy to do long.
Man, you have a little short show. You get on that motherfucker. You get the debating this way, debating that way. You look up. First I looked up. I'm like, damn, I've been on for an hour 47 already. I look up. So I'm like, damn. Next thing you know, you look up. I'm like, oh man, you debating? I'm like, man, fuck all that.
And let me read this. Let me read this super chat too. Man, I was looking for some shit. I don't know how I lost it in my phone. Let me read this super chat real quick. Coach Chris, I see you in the background. We ain't, like I said, this ain't no open panel like that today. I just have my brothers on there, and we not, you know what I'm saying? This is it for the day, bro. Tomorrow, if I drop the links, I might do like an open panel like that, but this it. So I just dropped that link for Batman to get back in. So let me see. I lost one my man super chat. 817. He say, keep doing your thing. He said, and salute to the panel. He said, even damn Money Brown TV. Man, salute to you, 817. Appreciate you coming through in that super chat, man, showing love.
Hey, what's up, man?
Salute.
So check this out. So hold on. I want to find these little links that I had real quick. I'm trying to pull them up so I can. Let me see. Damn. Okay, here it is right here. Here go one. Let me see. Okay, yeah, here's one, and then let me see. Let me bring up the other one. Cruise. Damn. All right. So now I know we all been watching PBC. We've been seeing these Showtime pay-per-view cards. We've been seeing these PBC fights, right? PBC has a lot of black talent on their roster. One of the fighters that they have that's a great, tremendous fighter is Gary Antuanne Russell. He's exciting, knockout power. Gary Antuanne Russell record. What's Gary Antuanne Russell record, Batman?
What, 15-0, 15 stoppages?
16 is it? 15. Yeah, 16-0 with 16 KOs or 15-0 with 15 KOs, right? We got an Edgar Berlanga, but he got way more skills than Edgar Berlanga. He fight at 140, but I'm saying you see how Top Rank is promoting Edgar Berlanga over there on Top Rank, right? So we got a knockout artist right here. Al Haymon has a knockout artist, Gary Antuanne Russell. Al Haymon has a whole lot of other black talent on his roster that we never get to see. And every time I see a pay-per-view card by PBC, or every time I see a pay-per-view card by Showtime, you never see none of these exciting black up-and-coming fighters on the undercard. You don't see it. We got Keith Thurman coming up. So Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. Here's the undercard. Leo Santa Cruz versus Keenan Carvajal. Abel Ramos versus Josecito Lopez. Luis Neri versus Carlos Castro. And then we just had Tank Davis's pay-per-view, right? We didn't have no black fighters, no young black talent that was televised on the Tank Davis pay-per-view. And I could go on and on and on. All of these, you know what I'm saying, Deontay Wilders, like all of these Errol Spencer's undercards. You don't have no black talent that's being televised. If they do have a black fighter, they don't put them on TV. And so we see Eddie Hearn. He's displaying the young black fighters that he had. And I'm not just, and I'm saying black fighters because I'm making it a point to let everybody know when I watch PBC that a black man, Al Haymon, runs, I don't see no black talent being displayed, right? But when I watch DAZN, Eddie Hearn is displaying all of his talent, whether you black or purple. If you're an up-and-coming young, you know what I'm saying, hungry, great fighter that has talent, Eddie Hearn is putting you on display. When
hey, Keon, don't forget he's putting the women's on too. Black women. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? When I watch Top Rank, I see the same thing. A lot of people talk about Bob Arum and how he's racist, but when I'm watching Top Rank, when I'm watching their undercard fights, I see black fighters, Mexican fighters, whatever you are, I see him displaying all of his young talent. But when I watch PBC, and I love Mexican fighters, I love all fighters, but when I watch PBC, I only see the young up-and-coming Mexican fighters that are displayed on the undercards of big PBC cards, and that is a fact. Why are we seeing guys like Abel Ramos over and over? You know what I'm saying? Just to name you, and all of these other fighters, right, that are not black, but then you got talents like Gary Antuanne Russell, and you never see him. A guy that has the talent and ability of Gary Antuanne Russell, you should be fucking seeing him every 3 months. Every 3 months. Gary Antuanne Russell he's been pro. When did he turn pro, Batman?
16.
In 2016, right? And he got 15 fights. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You got Jerron Ennis turned pro probably the same time he did, right?
Yeah, 16.
Jerron Ennis got what, 28 fights. But Jerron Ennis is not with Al Haymon. And now we don't even really see when they used to have Showbox. We don't even really see these black talents get displayed on Showbox no more. None of that. So why isn't Al Haymon putting none of his black talent on display? Because if you look at their roster, he has a whole lot of talented black fighters on the roster. The only fighters that you see put on display with the PBC are like names like Errol Spence or Deontay Wilder, names that's already, you know what I'm saying, blew up and we know them. What's up with the young talent coming up? The young black fighters coming up, because they are displaying all of the young, you know what I'm saying, Hispanic fighters. They're getting put on display, and that is the truth. I got a problem with that.
They even gave the boy Mickey, what's his name? Mickey Jr. What was his name? The Italian kid. They gave him a
Malenko. The white, the Malenko or whatever his name is, right? You see him all the time.
Nah,
you see him fight all the time.
The little Italian kid. He about to
Vito.
He talking about Vito Malikin Jr. and Joey Spencer. Don't forget them.
You see them fight all the time.
But they about to host he about the main event, the last fight on what? Fox?
PBC, yep. Yep, they fight next week, Batman.
Yeah, he 9-1.
I mean this week, Saturday. They fight Christmas. Yeah.
So my thing is you look at it, you got all these pay-per-view cards. You can even go to the pay-per-view card that's coming up with Martin and fucking
Luis Ortiz,
right? You ain't got no young black fighters you just playing on there. So you basically, you know what I'm saying?
No. You got one, Keon. Not to cut you off, but Frank Martin, but he not gonna be on that one. He gonna be on like the prelim.
Yeah,
So you ain't gotta pay for it.
We got
Frank Martin gonna be on there.
Sam on the third too.
But are they putting him on TV?
Sam on the third gonna have his pro. Yeah, he gonna be on TV. He 4-0 from St. Louis. Y'all know Lil Sam, bro. Big Sam.
Yeah, I know.
Oh damn, S3 gonna be on there?
Yeah, he gonna be on. He supposed to be televised.
That's what's up, man.
Well, we gotta wait and see if he televised. But see, the thing is my whole thing is like you having all of these pay-per-view cards, all these cards, and where's the black talent? Why are these guys sitting on the shelf? Where is Gary Antuanne Russell? Why is he not fighting? Why does he have all of that talent? And you go to all of these other promoters, and if they got a talent like Gary Antuanne Russell, oh, he gonna be doing big numbers. He gonna be doing numbers. He gonna be displayed right now. So what the fuck is going on? And my thing is now these young black fighters coming up because when PBC started, they was displaying their black talent. You know what I'm saying? You were seeing guys like Robert Easter and Adrian.
Let me take that back, Key. Let's say I'm fighting on January 22nd though. We gonna be televised, so he ain't on the first.
Oh, okay. So now, you know what I'm saying? Now that PBC has got bigger and got known, you don't see no black talent on there. And I'm noticing this shit a lot. And I want to just, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let my man Batman, I'm going to let him cook on this because Gary Antuanne Russell is his brother. Why are we not seeing him? What's going on? Why isn't Al Haymon displaying him? And my thing is like, man, if I'm a black fighter coming up and I'm seeing this, I'm trying to go to Eddie Hearn. I'm trying to even fuck with Bob Arum because I know that they're gonna actually display my talent. You know, Bob Arum, he gonna display me until I get to a certain level. But hey, if I'm young, I'm going to one of them. I'm going to somebody else. Maybe a Cameron Duncan but I'm not fucking with Al Haymon. You know, this shit is changing. We don't get to see none of these fighters, but that's just my opinion. I'm gonna let Batman take this, and then I'm gonna give it to Money, and then I'm gonna give it to you, 503.
I mean, like you were saying, you see Joey Spence, you see the boy Macker, I mean the Vito, you see Vito, you even see Fedor, the big tall dude, man. Come on, man. I mean, I guess, man.
With his big goofy ass.
I guess, man, they don't want us to have all that power, man. I know for a fact if you put somebody and make Gary Antuanne Russell a star, I think it had too much power that these guys don't really want, and he conscious. He talk that conscious talk. So I don't think these guys really want these type of guys to get in position. They had to put Wilder in position because he a heavyweight. And he was knocking shit out every time he hit. Then they started hating on him when he reached his plateau, when he showed who he really was. But I think my family shown, I mean, since Gary been there first, they've been showing who they really is the whole time. And I don't think these guys want dudes like that in power. Even though he's a black man, even though Al's a black man, I don't think they really want us type of guys in power, man.
But okay, but what I mean, they got a lot of young black talent on the PBC. What's up with the rest of them though? You know, I mean, and let me. I'm gonna ask you, Batman. Do you see a change? Remember when PBC first really came on the scene in 2015? Do you see a change? You know what I'm saying?
And at first they was trying to steal everybody. They was trying to steal everybody likeness. And they did that. And when they did that, they just flipped over. They just said, fuck everything. We're going to do it the way we want to do it. But what I noticed is that it's not a lot of black people in charge. It's only Al and like Sam, the lady, what's her name, man? Damn. It's a lady and her husband. I forgot her name.
Fred don't like her ass at all.
Nah, not that lady, not the white lady. I'm talking about the black lady and her husband. They behind the scenes, but other than that, he put a lot of white and Mexican people in charge. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what you get. Because when you have when you have Earl pay-per-views, you got all Mexicans. You don't got none of our young stars. When you had Deontay Wilder pay-per-views, you had all Mexicans, and you know what I'm saying? They never displayed our black talent. Only when they first came out. Only when they first came out. The first 2-3 years. After that, oh man, they don't give a fuck. Long if you ain't Tank Davis, Earl Spence, or fucking Deontay Wilder, they ain't give a fuck about you. I'm
Right,
finished.
bro. I'm just not seeing it. Money. What's your take on this, man?
I mean, when I look at the overall grand scheme of things, I can't really shit on PBC saying they're not putting the black fighters on like that. But the last few cards, the last big pay-per-view cards, he have been lackluster with the black fighters putting them on there and things of that nature. But when you got a big ass roster of fighters, bro, like he responsible for a lot of fucking fighters. So the roster you have, shit, you got to start promoting and doing things of that nature now. Would we like to see Gary Antuanne Russell more? That's a fact. Is he fucking exciting? Things of that nature, that's a fact as well. But I think fighters got to start, speaking up more as well and putting yourself in the spotlight as well to be seen and things of that nature. Like you got to want it. And I'm not saying that Gary Antuanne don't want it, or I don't know what they doing behind the scenes. They don't outlast to be on more cards and things of that nature, or certain fighters that we want to see put on cards. Because when you look at it, we say Gary Antuanne Russell, because the headliners he got over there, they do get their recognition, right? The headliners, but he do got a slew of fighters that's coming up, that's under that. You got to do what you got to do to try to sell a card and to make money, especially when you're talking about pay-per-view and shit like that. Not saying that us black motherfuckers not go about to fight, but you got motherfuckers out there saying go stream Earl Spence and Turnbull Crawford, things of that nature. So it's a certain demographic that's going to battle fights depending on where you're putting the fight at, where the fight gonna be broadcast at. You gonna try to play into the demographic or where you're putting the show on there. So I mean, I understand the business aspect of it, and I can understand where y'all coming from as well when y'all say we need to promote the young black fighters more as well. Like you're saying, do I see a change with PBC? I think it's gonna be a change with any network once you start get going and that bitch is oiled up and running, because you're going to have to start making adjustments and tweaking things to keep shit the way it is, especially when fighters start getting knocked off and then your headliners start losing, and you know what I mean, the pandemic came and fucked up a lot of shit. You having problems with the network. It could be a lot of shit that's going on behind the scene. Just because you are the head of the other company, it's still a lot of shit that you got to play into, because you are again finance over here. You are again people coming investing into the situation. So overall, yes, I want to see our black fighters get pushed more. He can do a better job, but I do understand the business sense behind the shit. And if fighters are feeling disrespected or feeling like they're not being shown enough, shit, they should start speaking up and letting it be known. You know what I'm saying? And doing more to promote yourself as well, especially under an entity and a promotion company where well, it ain't even a promotion company. He's an advisor, but you're up under the PBC, where you're gonna have to do a little bit more than the rest, because you ain't gonna get promoted like that for us having a promoter going out there talking about you. So, I understand the pain though where y'all coming from. Shit, I would like to see more black fighters, or even it out. Even it out. You know what I mean? If you have a big ass card, if you gonna have the headliners, a black fighter versus this fighter, you're gonna have two Mexicans versus two Mexicans, or Latinos. At least have a black fighter going up against a black fighter, or have a card where you got motherfucking blacks against the Mexicans. You can always resell that shit a certain way. But I can feel where Al Haymon coming from for us selling the card. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the motherfucking cards, they be drop offs, and from us saying give us what the fuck we want and putting our black fighters out there as well. So nobody is wrong on each end. So I can feel where y'all coming from on both ends.
But I'm gonna say this though, money. One thing about fight fans, I don't care what color it is. If you a fucking what? A if you a fight, like Isaac Cruz just won y'all over. If you a fucking exciting fighter, you're gonna win whoever over.
That's a fact. Then you got to be showed to show. You got to be broadcast and showed to show that you're an exciting fighter as well.
So 503, you in the building?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I want to get your take on this, man. Do you notice that these PBC, they not displaying a young black talent on none of these undercards, on none of these big shows? This is how I feel, and yeah, man. And do you think that they've changed since they started up? Now, we only see Mexicans displayed, the Mexican fighters displayed coming up, the up and coming Mexican fighters. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, when you break down and you just dissect the whole roster of PBC, it's like Money say, it's a lot of fucking fighters. You got a lot of fighters from a lot of different backgrounds, areas, races, you know what I'm saying? You got but I'm gonna say this, bro. Through all them fighters that Al got, bro, you got you got more Mexicans and more blacks than anything. Now I know, like with Joey and Vito, you know what I'm saying, you trying to cross over to another certain demographic, and you breaking down the logistics of it, right? So it's all about the market and what you're trying to tap into. Whether you coming to the South, you heading out west, you in the Midwest, you in the DMV where Batman them at, you coming to Texas where I'm at. You got to tap in with that market, right? And see what PBC has been doing that I don't like is that they're catering to the Latino market. They're catering to the Latino fan base, which I'm gonna be real. I'm from Texas. You do have a lot of Latino fight fans out there. Every fight I'm at, I see Mexican, and it's probably the same for you, KT. On when you out there on the West. I'm not saying that these guys aren't valuable, because they are, but let's just be real, bro. Floyd said it best, man. When you mix Latino with black, you always come out on top. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to intertwine those two races. Shit, you could even throw the white boys in the mix. But what PBC is doing that's pissing a lot of people off, like yourself, bro, is that they only putting the Mexicans on and not the black fighters on. You will have one black fighter on the motherfucking card, bro. On the main card, not the prelims. Well, it's the undercard before the undercard. Same thing like they did last week with in the Armory with Hitchens and Hawkins. Why wasn't that on the undercard? You know what I'm saying? But you put two Latino dudes, two Mexican dudes, whoever the fuck they was. You put them as the co-main. Why wasn't Richardson, Hitchens, and Hawkins the co-main? I feel like that was a big enough fight to be the co-main. And with this undercard you got with Keith Thurman, that pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Every time Charlo fight in Houston, you don't put no black fighters on his card. You don't put no dudes from Texas on his card. You put none but Mexicans on them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, y'all got to stop doing that. And I don't understand why Gary Russell, the whole Russell family ain't fighting 3 times a year. I don't understand that. Why? And I was just talking to my homie Cadillac Red about this. I'm like, bro, why they have not had a DMV hometown fight for none of them dudes in the DMV? It don't make sense to me.
Because my bad, 503. Y'all hit my like button. Get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? We on here cooking. Get the likes up. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Hit the like. Go ahead, 503. My bad, man.
Nah, I think Batman wanted to say something. Go ahead, Bat.
They had the DMV card with JoJo Diaz. It's just,
JoJo Diaz.
DMV, You gotta give him a name with a name, and this motherfucker is gonna be packed out.
Yeah.
If you bring somebody that's a name that's known in boxing, come down here to fight Gary or him and Tank fighting this damn view, that motherfucker is gonna be packed out because motherfuckers here, they like to go to events. They don't give a fuck what it is. As long as they know it's a star-studded event, they going.
Mm-hmm.
So a
We
lot
were
of
just
these
talking
dudes
about
in the
that.
chat, they keep on talking about, well, they're young talent. That is the whole fucking point. If you have a young talented fighter like Gary Antuanne Russell, what you do, like everybody else do, you put them on the undercard of a major event and you televise them so people know who they are. That's how stars are made. I don't know what I'm talking about in the chat.
I'm gonna give you the perfect example of what Keon is saying, and to you brothers in the chat, right? So we got Charlo Castano 2, one of the best fights Showtime had last year for Undisputed, right? I was at that fight. That was in San Antonio, Texas. Bunch of Mexicans. Okay, you got black versus Mexican in that fight. Now watch PBC. They do the same exact shit they did for the first joint. You know what I'm saying? You put nothing but Mexicans on the motherfucking card like Rolly and shit like that. Instead of putting Rolly on the motherfucking joint, you put Gary Russell on that motherfucker. Let him come to Texas and beat up on the Mexican. And I guarantee you, he go through the motherfucking roof. And motherfuckers be asking me, damn, Five, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that little dude with that fro, man? Who is that? Oh man, that's Gary Russell, bro. Yeah, man, I know his big brother and shit, man. He cool, you know what I'm saying? Little nigga cool as shit. That's how you expand and build your young fighters. You put them on key cards like the Charlo Castano fight in Houston. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna have millions of people watching them, and he gonna have people in the city that probably didn't know. Oh damn, this young nigga from the DMV, he knocking shit out. But now he got fans now. You gonna win over some more black fans, and you gonna win over some more Latino fans. That's what you gotta do, bro.
Right.
Don't give me a whole bunch of Mexicans on that card. Give me a Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it, bro.
Right, man, like the Juneteenth card. It should have been
exactly.
It should have been mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
No, you got a Mexican fighter fighting a black fighter. It should have been a black fighting a Mexican all through the whole card.
Yep.
I mean, no, Mexicans don't just want to see Mexicans fight each other.
Nope.
Like my whole thing, right, is you need to display all of your talent equally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just sitting up here saying, oh, why don't they just display all their black talent? No, you need to do it equally. So we seeing all of the Mexican fighters being displayed.
Yeah.
Or the couple young white fighters that you have being displayed. But we not see them put none of these black fighters on display. They sit around sitting on the shelf or getting fucking fights that are not even televised.
But and this is just like this too, bro. I didn't see Fondura like 2-3 times this year, bro. I didn't see Abel Ramos like 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Joey Spencer and Vito like 2-3 times. The nigga Vito lost this year, but I only seen Gary Russell one fucking time. Make that shit make sense, bro. That don't make no fucking sense, man. If y'all gonna give us all them other names 2-3 times, I want to see Gary Russell 2-3 times as well. I mean, that's only fair, bro.
I mean, Vito is hosting his own main event, dog. Stop this shit, man. Stop this shit, man.
He fighting Kenny Sims Jr.?
I don't know who he fighting. I know he hosting and Joey Spence the co-main event.
Oh damn! I thought Kenny Sims was the main event on that bitch. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Man, it's just no. When my brother been the Olympian and been stopping shit, how he been stopping shit. You telling me he can't get a step up fight, or he can't get a card where he can't get on a card where he can show the whole world his talent. It's just retarded.
Yeah, and then I like what your little brother said when they put that mic in front of his face. He said he want Adrian Broner. Why they not building that fight? Adrian Broner want to fight. Why they not building Gary Russell versus AB? Man, you know how that fight would go stupid in DMV or even in Ohio. I'm pretty sure y'all go to the Midwest for that. But but motherfuckers posting Conor Bean versus Adrian Broner. Come on, man.
Cause motherfucking what's his name? Eddie Hearn doing the work.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn trying to pay AB what he worth to get him in there with Conor Benn. Same thing with Al Haymon should have did. If you want to put him against a opponent of Adrian Broner, and then he destroys the opponent that Adrian Broner had problems with, it should have been a build up then and pay AB what he want.
Yeah. That didn't make sense to me, bro. Because you
got another superstar, and you got a rising superstar on your hands if you go in there and stop AB.
Yeah, because you put Gary in there with the nigga that AB just had struggled with. Gary go in there and knock the motherfucker out, and within 8 rounds, then he called out Adrian Broner and y'all to make a fight. And Gary only fight one time this year, in 2021.
Man,
come on, man.
He don't even got a fight set up.
Dog, we in December. Listen, they trying to make him just like they did Gary Russell. He fought one time in 2020, and he fought one time this year.
That shit ridiculous, bro.
My thing is, what is he doing to prevent it?
Well, what is Vito Mililinki doing to prevent it? Well,
he called out Adrian Broner, bro.
Wait a minute.
What else do you got to do?
Wait a minute.
He called out
what is Abel Sancho? What is Abel Sanchez?
Let me talk, bro. Let me talk.
What is Abel doing it to prevent it?
Bro, let me talk, bro. I'm talking about for him going to, like, okay, right. So we see what's going on. So my thing is Gary Antuanne Russell like, Al, you have to put me on some goddamn cards. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing to get to Al Haymon? Be like, look, I ain't finna go out like my big brother, bro. So y'all saying, what is they doing? And what is they doing? I get what y'all talking about. But my thing is,
they gotta go above and beyond to be put on cards.
They do what they do. They call the guy.
Abel Ramos ain't gotta go above and beyond to get put on cards. Even Vito Mililinki, he don't gotta go above and beyond to be put on cards. So
why that motherfucker lost?
So why do these black fighters got to go above and why they got to fucking run down Al Haymon to be put on the card? I want to know that. Money, answer that.
Nah, hold up, Money. They call him. Oh, LG call him all the time. They call him, be like, "What's up?" Al be like, "Oh man, I'm working on something now," or this and that. They give him bullshit every time. You know what I'm saying? And why would I keep on? All right. Gary already did it to Floyd, but why would I keep on going in the media talking bad about the guy, whereas though I'm signed to him? I ain't made enough money to try to buy myself out the contract.
Yeah, but and what was you saying on 503?
I was just saying, bro, like I hear what Money's saying, bro, but the man Gary Antuanne Russell called out Adrian Broner, bro. You didn't demolish the nigga he just fought, and you called him out. What more do you got to do? Why ain't the PBC pushing that fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, and every time you put a motherfucking camera in front of these dudes' face, they say the same shit. They want to fight. They want to fight. They want to fight. Hey, but Ramos ain't motherfucking out here doing that. They had a whole, and that's another thing too, bro. Why we have got our own motherfucking all black card like they did for the Mexicans? You had Andrew Ruiz, Areola. You had Abel Ramos versus Figueroa. You had Fundora versus Cota. All these Latino dudes fought, bro. Why we can't get that all black card?
Bro, these trolls be having me weak, bro. We got a dude in here pretending like he David Morrell, man. Hey, y'all dudes is funny as hell, bro. Y'all crazy as hell, man.
L-Dub, he didn't say that, man. Dog, if you keep going to a nigga and they ain't doing what they supposed to do for you, man, you know. Come on, man.
And my thing is, bro, it's like I said, it's like we looking at these other fighters, like a Abel Ramos or Vito Mililinki or Joey Spencer or whoever it may be, right? These dudes ain't on social media doing all type of shit, getting their fan base up, doing interviews, doing this, and that. So don't come up, you know what I'm saying? So I got a problem with when you like, oh, well, what is Gary Antuanne Russell doing? You know what I'm saying? What is he doing extra to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get these fights? Bro, what are these other dudes that are getting these fights, that are being on, you know, these big pay-per-view cards on the undercard? What are they doing?
Man, yeah, just like Conor Ben. Man, my brother did it on the amateur level, and he's been consistent every time they put him in the ring on the professional level. So, come on, man, Conor Ben is over there fighting. I mean, my brother fighting bums, and he doing what he supposed to do with bums. They ain't going past what? 2 rounds, 3 rounds. The last person he fought was a kind of good fight. It ain't go past 7 rounds. Come on, man. they need to step his level up. And if he do the same thing to the lower level, to the mid level or the top level, they need to put him in fights, man. Come on, man. Would they try and wait till he turned 30 or something?
That shit crazy. I mean, when he got the Santiago fight, right? Speaking of Gary Antuanne Russell, everybody was talking about him. Everybody wants to see him. Who is he gonna fight next? Right? And all of a sudden, bam! People that forgot about him, except for us. You know what I'm saying? But most fans that were seeing him, like, damn, that dude. You know what I'm saying? Damn, we want to see him again. Though they're not thinking about him no more. They just forgot about him now.
But that's what they do. And they dropped him. Dog, he was just number 6, number 4 in the WBA. They took him out the whole fucking joint, the whole rankings.
Bro, yeah, and then the crazy part about it is, bro, Al Haymon and PBC them got some good 140 pounders. That's the crazy part. They actually got some good dudes at 140 over there. 140 is a shark food, bro. It's a good division. And Josh Taylor ain't gonna be in that bitch for long. So if why Al Haymon ain't you know what I'm saying, putting the young homie Gary in a position to get the belts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Eddie doing with Montana Love.
Right.
That's why Montana Love went over there.
Yeah.
Montana Love used the PBC and went right over the motherfucking there with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn gonna do his job because Eddie Hearn what Eddie Hearn want. Eddie Hearn want us. He want to do good for us to try to get us on his team. But it's like the PBC, like, man, we already got you, motherfuckers. We give you what the fuck we want to give you.
Right. T-Bibbs 100. What's happening with it, Bibbs? And man, like, to me, like, it's getting ridiculous, bro. It really is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm for all fighters to make their bread and to get put on display. But you can't just hold, you know what I'm saying, one demographic of fighters back because, like Batman said, oh, we already got y'all now. You know what I'm saying? We already got the black fan base. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even need y'all no more because we got y'all already. You know, and that's what it's looking like how they moving, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they got y'all with Earl and fucking they got y'all with Earl right now.
Right. And 503, man, I know you know a lot of up and coming fighters, right?
Yeah.
What would you advise them to go to PBC?
Hell no. Because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. PBC really not invested in the future of boxing. I'm gonna tell you who invested in the future in boxing right now, bro. Top Rank. And that's why I like Top Rank. Bro, Top Rank signed the whole Olympian team. All of the dudes that was on the Olympian team that fought in the Olympics last year, bro, they over there at Top Rank. They got the best silver medalist with Shakur Stevenson. They got the 2 best heavyweights from the Olympics, Big Baby Anderson and Richard Torres. Richard Torres just won silver. You know what I'm saying? So if I was advising somebody, I would say go do business with Matchroom or motherfucking be Top Rank, bro. Right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna, bro, how you make money in this game right now if you're a fighter, bro, is fighting, getting your name out there. You know what I'm saying? Sponsorships. But you ain't gonna be able to get no sponsors if you ain't fighting. If you fighting one time a year like Gary Russell, motherfuckers gonna forget about you within the next month or two. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is watching somebody else fight. They watching Jake Paul, they watching Canelo, they watching Tank, they watching Earl, they watching Terrence Crawford. So motherfucker ain't gonna remember Gary Russell, but people like us that are, you know what I'm saying, Batman who going hard for his brothers on this bitch. So I'm gonna say go to the zone or go to motherfucking Top Rank. Well, at least on Top Rank, you know what I'm saying, the money might be so, but shit, nigga, you fighting 3, 4, 5 times a year. How many times Big Baby fought last year? Like 4 times, 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what is it? And you got to build your name before you do anything. And how can you build your name if you're not fighting?
Yeah, like
Right.
503 said, the best place to go is the Eddie Hearn or fucking Top Rank to build your name. But once you build your name, you gotta get the fuck away from Bob Hearn.
Yeah, now once you have a name, I would advise a fighter to go and fuck with the PBC. Go to Al Haymon, because once you have a name, then you're gonna get paid. But how do you build your resume and your name, right, and your star power if they're not displaying you? If they never gonna let you fight?
And I tell my brothers this all the time, man. Dog, Adrian Broner took the Mayweather route. Mayweather took the Ali route. They turned it into something different. You got to show your ass for people to pay attention to you, dog. Talent do not sell anymore. I don't give a fuck if you got talent in any sports. Motherfucking, you going. That's why them football people brand themselves now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, who you know in football? Back then when we was coming up, we knew T.O. and fucking Ocho, because they was branding themselves. They was bigger than some of the quarterbacks that you seen all the time. If you brand yourself, motherfuckers gonna have to pay attention to you till somebody shut you the fuck up. But if nobody never shut you the fuck up and you go out and perform, you're gonna be bigger than life. But you know, my brothers and them, man, they think that, I mean, somebody put it in their head that shit is whatever the fuck you saying, dancing and dance bucket, man, that's entertainment, man. I'm in the business of entertainment, but you know, they think it's buck dancing, whatever the fuck you doing shit you really don't, dog. And everybody character, you got 2 people in yourself, dog. You got your ego and you got yourself that walks around every day. Every time you compete, your ego come out, dog. And everybody talk shit. I don't care who it is. When you playing a video game, when you playing something that you good at, you always talk shit. So, man, look, man, like I be telling them all the time, you need to bring your ego out, man, and leave that other motherfucker at home. But, you know, people don't want to listen to me, though.
Right. And salute to my brother, Knockout Boxer 86 TV in the building. Salute to my brother Ricky Williams salute to Ricky Williams off in the building. Yeah, man, it just bothers me when I see a lot of these young, talented black fighters, and it's kind of like their whole career is getting wasted, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, we at least had we at least had some of these fighters being displayed on what's the Showtime, the Showtime box, the what is it called?
Showbox.
Yeah, Showbox.
Yeah.
We ain't even seeing that shit no more.
I am hunted. Gary Russell only turned down one fight, dog. That was the Warrington fight when Eddie Hearn tried to give him $1 million for a fucking what you call it, a unification match.
And salute to L Dub in the building. Yeah, so man, I don't know. What does Gary Antuanne, right? Does he have anything that they You know, any fighter that they putting on the horizon for him? Like what's going on?
I mean, we ain't hearing nothing. I know Gary getting ready for his fight. We ain't hearing nothing about Antuanne. But you know, it is what it is.
That shit crazy, bro. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You just basically making these, you know what I'm saying, these young men waste their talent. And how long? I mean, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but how long, if you can't, you know, it's all good. How long are they in contract with the PBC with Al Haymon?
Antuanne Antonio in contract with Al Haymon for 4 more years, but Gary not. Gary go by fight by fight basis.
So do you tell me they locked in for 4 more years?
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to see Antuanne Russell have at least 4 fights next year. If he don't have at least 4 fights, he gonna have to see what he can do to get out of that contract, bro.
I mean, he gotta make money. If he don't make money, what they doing is, dog, if I make enough money to buy myself out my contract, I can do that. But if I ain't making enough money, I'm stuck in my contract. How I'm gonna buy myself out my contract?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the first thing they're gonna say, they're gonna keep saying, don't nobody want to fight you.
I'm gonna say it like this, bro. When them belts come free at 140 and Josh move up to 147, because he gonna move up by next year. Gary Russell need to be in position to get one of them belts, man.
Man, they should have put Gary Russell in position to try to fight Josh Taylor for getting that mandatory WBA. But the dude that fought the guy that lost to Mario Barrios, the 7-0 fighter, I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah,
He's 9-1 right now. Huh?
I know you're talking about.
He's 9-1 right now, and he ain't moved yet. He only fought once? He only fought twice since Mario Barrios, and that was like 3 years ago, and he haven't moved yet. They took my brother off the whole fucking list.
So check this out. If I'm a promoter, right? I got 3 fighters that can all fight they brothers. Bro, it don't take shit to promote that shit. You know, if they had promoted them right, how big they would be. You got 3 brothers, and you can, you know what I'm saying, they all fighting on the same cards.
Man, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Them promoters over there at the PBC suck, bro. What's my man's name? Tom Brown Promotion, TGB.
Yeah,
they suck, man. They don't. You don't even see these motherfuckers doing no. Who do they promote? It seems like the ring announcer that say their name every month, every other week is the nigga that doing all the promoting over there. Cause Tom Brown damn sure don't be saying nothing. Bro, the first time I seen this nigga on camera was when Sean Porter and Crawford fought. And Crawford was low key kind of G checking him like, you come on, Tom, you know we be trying to make these fights, you know what I'm saying? And he just was right there smiling and looking stupid. I don't never see these motherfuckers on PBC promote, bro. Never.
He not the brain behind the operation.
Yeah, that nigga just a face, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Al Haymon, like, he got like some mafia shit going on over there, bro. If you ask me, it's like some mafioso type shit. Like he got niggas as puppets and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he really like the brains behind the shit, but you got niggas doing the day-to-day operations. They really like the face. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam Watson, you see Sam Watson face, you know what I'm saying? But we really know who's running the show. You know what I'm saying? And Sam Watson really don't even say nothing like that no more. So
right. You really don't. You used to see the Watson twins and too doing a lot of that shit. They really not in, you know what I'm saying? You don't really hear about or see them too much no more neither.
Because the PBC got what they needed to get at. They wanted the top things in boxing. As long as they man, they wanted the top things in boxing right now. So they don't give a fuck no more. Man, they showing it to y'all, man. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We just paid Canelo all that money, but we got all these other boxers on here and won't do shit. We got Rocket Talent over here. We just trying to get who we think that we can get off. Like Joey Spencer and them, they think that they gonna get that white crowd in. Or we get this crossover crowd in, it's on. Why you think the boy just lost? He just lost. Joey Spencer beat the guy that he lost to. And Vito is the fucking main event.
Right. I mean, the white crowd, the like, as far as the white crowd, they ain't watching boxing, bro. They watch UFC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many white boxing channels do you see? Bro, they stopped fucking with boxing a minute ago. They fucking with UFC.
Cause boxing do the dumbest shit. Boxing always trying to build somebody up instead of fuck it. Throw these motherfuckers let the best fight the best and let the chips fall where they fall.
Yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man, and I'm gonna tell you something too. As soon as Joey Spencer, as soon as he get in there with somebody real, he gonna get his ass beat.
Yeah, he gonna. I mean, once they step him up to the top level of the 154 pounders, he is gonna get the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, cause I heard some stories, man. My young boys, you know, Lil T-Roy and them told me, Troy Isley and them said, man, they used to beat Joy in them ass. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And Lil Truck Simpson, all them, man, I'm telling you, bro, all them young dudes at PBC from Joey, we already seen Vito lose. Fundora, they used to beat Fundora ass too. Bro, them niggas is not that good, bro. And that's crazy because I think Gary is really that good. The nigga beat Bruce Ennis. And all these motherfuckers dodging Bruce Ennis right now. Like, come on, man. Don't make no sense, bro.
Right. And Knockout, my man Knockout Boxer 86 TV, he said these promoters act like all money ain't green. They don't value the black dollar. And that's a fact. Bro, that's a fact. Yeah, man. I know you got them inside stories from these up and coming young fighters. 503, you know, because Houston, man, Houston got some talent out there, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I say me and T-Roy talk all the time about this shit, and I used to ask him. I used to be like, bro, why the fuck did you sign with Top Rank? And he'd be like, man, bro, they taking good care of me, bro. Like Jay, like
he talking about Troy Isley for those who don't know who he talking about.
Yeah, bro, like me and Troy talk all the time, and I'm telling you, bro, like them dudes over there is getting taken care of, bro. Money wise, at Top Rank, money wise and fight wise, bro. Like them dudes is they getting taken care of, like real talk, like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think about it, bro. Ain't nobody on that from them young crop of fighters on Top Rank. Ain't none of them complaining. None of them. From
they only gonna start complaining when it's time for them to go to the next level, and the person on the next level is a money grabber and Bob's all scheme of things, and he's not gonna give them up.
Right. Yeah.
And my boy Renee Box Young off in the building. Salute to you, Renee. Renee says, yeah, that's why Keyshawn, his bro, and other dude fresh out the Olympics signed with Top Rank recently. Yeah, Top Rank signing. He signed the whole Olympic team. And the girl. And the what's her name? Rashida Ellis. What was it? Rashida Ellis that he signed? And he signed all of them off the Olympic team.
If it was up to me, I'd have made my fighter sign with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn.
One thing about Eddie, he's going to try to build you up, and he's going to try to put you in the big fights.
Right. Real talk, man. But y'all smash on the like button. Smash the like button. Another great show. Appreciate my brothers for joining in on the panel. Let me get y'all last words, man. Come getting ready to get up out of here. We've been on here for a little over 2 hours. Batman, let me get your last words before we get up out of here.
I mean, I hope the PBC do the right thing, man, and start, man.
Yeah, my bad. Jerome Hall, O'Shea Jones. He signed O'Shea Jones, O'Shea too. Go ahead, Batman.
Man, I hope the PBC start doing the right things, man, and put these brothers that's that's signing with y'all, putting their careers in y'all hands. Do something with them, man. Stop trying to motherfucking cause the motherfucker ain't listening to what y'all ain't trying to get ran all the way by y'all. Y'all need to go ahead and put them in the ring and let them lose and let them devalue like that. Don't devalue them by putting them on the shelf. That shit crazy. But I see why Bob can out hustle y'all, man, with the young talent, man. But y'all winning. The only thing y'all doing is winning when y'all do have a built up fighter. Y'all are winning by y'all do better promotion than anybody. Y'all promote fights better than anybody. But
when it's a fighter that's already known.
Yeah, when it's a fighter already known. But y'all young talent, these guys that, especially these African Americans that's putting their life in y'all hands, man, y'all just man, throw these, man, y'all make me like I train my son. I will never sign with y'all. I would never do no business with y'all at all. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Right. And nah, man, my show, I go on at 12:30 on the Pacific, 1:30 Mountain Time, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 East Coast. That's what time the show starts every day, right? So 1:30 Mountain Time, 2:30 Central, and 3:30 on the East Coast every day. And that's, like I said, that's 12:30 Pacific time if you live on the West Coast of California.
Hey, hold up. Hey, honey. Yeah, they built up Spence, but that's when they first started out. That's when they was trying to grab everybody. But ever since they done built their platform, they hasn't built nobody else.
Yeah, that's why we specifically said, do we see a change in PBC now since they are, since they've been in the game? It's a big change. But man, 503, bro, let me get your last words and let everybody know where to find you at.
Man, bro, you're a real one, man, for always showing love and letting us come cook with you on the day to day. But y'all follow me right here on YouTube. 503 Lion, 503 Lion. You know what I'm saying, right here. Subscribe to the channel. We definitely gonna be cooking about this shit, man, as we end the year off. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be recapping. And this was a good build today, man. And just to piggyback real quick off what Batman said before we get up out of here, they did push a lot of the young and up and coming talent, you know what I'm saying? Even dudes like Gary, you know what I'm saying, when the PBC first started, but you gotta understand, bro, they had to accumulate those funds, you know what I'm saying? They had to get the business up and running. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that don't know, this is when Golden Boy lost majority of their roster to Al Haymon and Richard Schaefer.
Right.
And Earl Spence was a part of that. Wilder was a part of that. Adrian Broner was a part of that. Gary Russell was a part of that. Floyd Mayweather was a part of that. So you see all these guys now, man. All these guys is millionaires and they rich. All of them. Al Haymon and Sam Watson, them too. You know what I'm saying? The whole PBC, they made a fortune off this shit, bro. So we fight fans, man. We don't give a fuck about what they make. We want to see the fights, bro, and we not seeing the fights. And we want to see dudes like Gary Russell, the whole Russell family, keep on fighting out. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the talent. It's there. You know what I'm saying? But y'all follow me on my Instagram too, man. Smoke City Mobcast on Instagram, man, Facebook, man. But I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace out.
Yeah, let them know what time you coming on, 503.
Tonight, man, I'm gonna come on at 9:00 Central.
9:00 Central time tonight. So yeah, everybody, y'all smash the like button. If you ain't smashed the like button, make sure that y'all go sub to my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV. If you ain't sub to him, make sure that you go sub to Renee Young, Renee Box Young. Make sure that y'all go sub to him and show him some love. And make sure that y'all go sub to my man Dwayne Freeman. He just started his channel. Like I said, he dropped the link in the chat. If you scroll up in the chat, it's boxing matchups _ Dwayne Freeman. Go show him some love also. And my man L Dub, if you want all of the inside news, make sure that you go sub to L Dub Boxing also. I appreciate everybody that came in here, came through, showed love. Another great show. And we will be back tomorrow, same time. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.